friends, I'm bringing you back today because I am making carrot cake muffins. Because who doesn't love carrot cake? It's optional. Some people like to see the chunks of carrots in their cake or their muffins. I already shredded all the carrots and I'm going to do a double batch of these because I know a lot of people like them. So, what I have in here, like I said, I'm doing a double batch. So, I have 4 eggs in there. I have 4 teaspoons of vanilla in that bowl. I did all my dry ingredients in this bowl, but I'll tell you what's in there in a minute. So what I want to do is I want to get the paddle attachment on and get these rocking and rolling. These are great for breakfast. They freeze really well. It's like eating a carrot cake, just in a muffin form. Okay, so I told you what I have in there. In the white bowl, this one right here, I put together the 3 cups of flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, which ended up being, full teaspoon of cinnamon. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, baking powder, because I'm just reading it like I doubled it. And then I'm going to try to decide right now. You can either use, well, for a double batch, it would be 1 full cup of oil, like a non-flavorless oil, or you can use applesauce. And I'm trying to decide if I want to go in with applesauce. So that's pretty much that. So if you really want it to be even more healthier for you, go in with applesauce. I was going to use flavorless oil, like avocado oil. I decided I'm going to go in with mine, which is all organic, no sugar added applesauce. So, in here, let's start getting this mixed up, which is the eggs and the vanilla, and then we'll have to add the sugars. Okay, so since I'm double batching this, I am going to be going in with 2 cups of sugar. So, single batch is 1 cup. So let me measure this one correctly. And then that's the 2nd cup of white sugar. I need brown sugar, so let me grab that. Okay, because I had everything out and all ready, so 1/3 and 1/3 of brown sugar is going to be going in. I keep a piece of terracotta inside my brown sugar so that it comes out really easily. Seems like a lot of sugar, but it's going to be for a lot of muffins. That was the 2 cups of sugar and 1/3 and 1/3 of the brown sugar. I already did the eggs, the vanilla, and I need a cup of applesauce. So let's start whisking in the sugars. Get that fully incorporated. Pretty mixed good there. And since I'm not using oil, I want these to be nutritional as possible. Let me make sure I have enough. 1 cup of applesauce is going in. And then we're going to mix that up. Okay, I'm going to give this one scrape down. So let's see, I already incorporated everything of the dry mixture. So we have the brown sugar, the eggs, the vanilla, and the applesauce. Then we're going to go in with the carrots, but I want to just give this a bit of a scrape. I don't think I'm going to do any raisins. Some people like raisins in their carrot cake. Some people don't. So let's get ready to go in with all the carrots. Actually, I'm going to give this another little whisk since I scraped it. Remember, you can whisk away until you put the flour in. Okay, so if you were doing a single batch, it would be 2 cups of the carrots. So I want to use these up. So that's 1. Because I think I grate it a lot. A lot extra. That's okay. Three. And let's see what's left in this bowl, if this will come out to 4. Probably not. That's okay. We'll take it off here. Lots of carrots. This little bit that's in this bowl, I'm just going to put right in there. And now we're going to start mixing the carrot in before we go into our dry ingredients. Oh, daddy-o. I'm going to have to give this a scrape down. If I had golden raisins, I would do that, but I don't. I have regular raisins. I decided to not use any raisins at all. Give it a good mix. Let's mix this one more time, and then we're going to go in with the dry ingredients. Okay. Let's see if I can get it all in without making a humongous mess. Like I said, I whisked everything together. We'll stir it all together inside the bowl, which is the flour, the baking soda, baking powder, the salt. Let's see, the salt, the flour, oh, and the cinnamon. So I think I'm gonna take this nice and easy. Just till it starts mixing in, because my big KitchenAid's in storage. Okay, let's see. It's all the dry ingredients all in. Let's lock that up. And I think what I'm going to do is put a towel over it. At least a little bit, and hope for the best. I am going to click it slowly. Start getting the flour incorporated. As soon as that flour is incorporated, it's very quick. So a quick scrape. I really don't want to overmix them because then you end up with a really dense muffin. So that looks good to me. Looks all mixed in. Let's scrape the paddle. Look at that yummy deliciousness. Carrot cake and a muffin. Yum. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the pans ready with the cups. Okay, I took a minute to quickly wash up a few things because the carrots are so fresh, they're actually staining things. So let me come over here, take this paddle off. We're going to put the cups in here. I actually found my large ones, and I'm like, I use the large ones to make bakery style muffins. So let's see how big they are. I'm just going to take one out. So they don't look too much different than the mediums. Let's look at a medium. Because you want to fill them to the top, but you also need to leave a little bit for them to rise. So that's a large, that's a medium. I'm going to go with largest on this one. Even if it gives me a bigger muffin instead of like a bunch of muffins, I'm okay with that. So if you're new here, my favorite cups, the tulip ones, are my favorite ones to bake with. And they were missing, and then I found them. I made another batch of blueberry yesterday. I didn't bother to re-record it because that is the basic recipe. It was just done in those white cups. Oh my gosh. Extra blueberries. Beyond. They were so good. So I am okay if I just get 2 trays. Like I said, instead of 4 trays. So let's put these in here. Line them all. So I have to go a little shy to the top. At least I think. Yeah, I'm going to spray them a little bit. Oh, thought that had a hole in it, and it did not. Okay. Our pans are lined. Good to go. Let me move this out of the way. And I will remember that that is medium right there. Let's get the batter. Batter looks gorgeous. But I have to scoop it differently because I have a pan on the stove cooking. And you're going to want to put this at, oops, almost didn't spray, almost skipped a step, just in case. Let me see if I can move this very quickly stove so I can slide this down a little bit. Maybe you can see the batter too, because I'm cooking something else as well. Okay, let me pull up my sleeves. I just want to give this, use an ice cream scooper, because then you'll get the same size cookie or muffin every time. And let's start filling them. I think I'm going to go in with 2 scoops in each one of these cups. Hopefully, I don't make a humongous mess on the papers. Okay, just trying to get you a good view. These are going to be very carroty-ish. So in case you're interested in these papers, these tulip liners, I got these from restaurant store. We did it online. Can you imagine if I only get one tray? I would have to whip up another batch. Not that I didn't prepare and cut up some more carrots. Like I over sliced a lot of carrots. But that might be the case. And I might have to mix up another batch of this. So this was a double batch. Keep that in mind when you're doing the large cups. You're not going to get as much of the batter. Two more to fill. And I think, well, I just dripped one. I think what I'm going to end up doing is definitely whipping up another batch of this, unfortunately. But that's the way it goes when you want professional looking muffins. Let's see. I did get some on one liner pan. Okay. So there that is. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put these in right away. I'm going to quick whip up another batch so I can put them in together. I want to make sure nobody's short any because I have a little bit more batter. Just not enough to do the other tray. So this time I will just do a single batch. All right, I'll bring you back. Okay, friends, now that I'm rinsing out my bowl, that's what you hear in the background, is it just dawned on me I'm going to have to make a double batch for those size cups. So bear with me and we'll get these in the oven. Okay, friends, so I did my next double batch. I don't have the flour in yet. I think on this one I might put a little bit of raisins in this other double batch. So see if I can get it open. I'm going to use just regular raisins. And I'm going to put them in with the flour so that they don't sink all the way down. You know, some carrot cakes do have raisins in it, so let's get this open. I don't know if it wants me to use it. It doesn't want to open. There we go. Okay. Not like an uber amount. Maybe a half a cup. I think that's good. And let's mix that in with the flour. And then I will put it in. Like I said, I mixed everything up already. Okay. Here we go on to the next batch. See if I can make it all into the bowl. Okay. Now, I'm going to do the same thing and try not to have it fly all over the kitchen at me. Actually, I think I'm just going to push the flour down with my dough whisk a little bit. It might help, it might not help. Less mess, the better. So thank goodness I peeled. I know you're extremely close. Thank goodness I peeled extra carrots and grated them. And I did it with the applesauce again, so I didn't use oil again. Now I'm just gonna scrape this all off. We're gonna go fill up the other ones. I just let them sit there and wait, because I want to put them in at the same exact time. Take this off, put this in the sink. Those out of the way. I'm going to bring you over here so we can fill up these other ones. I'm just scraping the side of the bowl. Any additional flour because I barely even mixed it. So there's the other liners. Whoops, and I just saw I got some on my pan. The other pan. Okay. Alrighty, let's get this done. It's time to fill up. These will be the ones with the raisin on it, or in them. But that was probably about a half a cup. I want to see how these turn out with using the applesauce. Because every time I make like apple cake, I always just use like a good oil. And that looks like about a bit much. Alright, let's try to get these filled quickly. I'm going to preheat your oven to 350 and 15 to 20 minutes in the oven. Just check them. Make sure the centers come out clean. I guess when you're making jumbo muffins, be extra prepared to make extra batter. But we'll see how these taste with the raisins in it. They look gorgeous and spring-like. Spring is not here yet, but I think it's coming early this year. Okay, let me use the scraper. Now I might be short for 1 cup. That's okay. Let's get all this out of here. I think I'm just gonna scrape it right in. The last remaining bit. So if you don't always want to make carrot cake, you can make it this way and turn it into a breakfast muffin. You can also do the cream cheese drizzle for these muffins. But if you want to freeze them like I do, don't use the cream cheese on the top because it just won't freeze right. And there we go. All done. 350 for 20 to 25 minutes. So I will bring you back when they come out of the oven. But they look phenomenal. Okay, let's get them in. So my timer went off and I pulled the one pan out. Let me get the other pan out. One looks a little bit lighter than these, and I did rotate them, but I think they still look fabulous. I'll turn you around in a minute. Just turned the oven off, so there's the one. Looks, let me move this, get you situated here. See if I could pull my plug out. There we go. Sorry about that, friends. There they are. These are jumbo. Here's the other pan. Remember, I only was missing for one, so I left the paper in there. But these are jumbo carrot cake muffins. Look at how great they look. So, I did rotate the pan, so I have to figure out. This might be the one with the raisins. One has raisins in it, and the other one does not. So, I'm going to take these out of the pan because they will continue baking. Let's work on the other pan first. Let me get out a rack, a cooling rack. Not use these. You don't want to leave your muffins in the pans because they will dry them out. The trick to using the tulip papers is to grab them like that and take them out. So I have plenty to share, plenty to eat, and plenty to put in the freezer. But I can't try these right now. If you know me, I'm usually very impatient, and I will try one while they're scalding hot, you know. And I burn my mouth out or I make them fall apart. So I'm going to try to show some restraint. And I'm going to put these on here for them to cool completely. And then I will try one. So there's those right there. And now I'm going to get the other ones out and set them right here. It definitely looks like a full-fledged bakery in here today. So I got them all out of the pans. And I'm just going to let them cool. And then we'll taste one. I'm just not sure if this is the half with the raisin or if that's the half. But I guess we'll find out. Okay, I can't tell a lie. I have no patience again. I'm going to go for this one. But look at the size of that. That is going to be, oops, a healthy breakfast for sure. So let me see, because I have, that's not going to work. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. It's moist. Let's get it open. I'm going to peel it back. Show you what that looks like. Look at the height on that. Okay, can't wait. Let me get, because they're steaming hot. I think I might just try to cut it in half. If that's even possible, because they're so hot. Okay, this is the side that doesn't have the raisins in it. Let me show you the inside with all this extra carrot. Look at how gorgeous that is. Amazing. And you can see all the steam. Okay, let's take a piece. Ooh. Very hot. Oh my gosh. Nailed it. It literally tastes amazing, and it tastes just like carrot cake, if not better than carrot cake. The applesauce tastes amazing. I'm glad that I used applesauce instead of oil. And excuse me for talking with my mouth full, but that is one good muffin. Holy bejesus. Now, what you can do is make the cream cheese drizzle. To just drizzle across the top that you're going to be eating in the next few days for breakfast. You can freeze these for up to 3 months. And wow, amazing. I made carrot cake here, I think, last Easter. I was lucky if I got one piece. It tastes, because this is my recipe, tastes like my carrot cake. But for a muffin, this is really good. It literally is like eating carrot cake as a muffin for breakfast. So, turned out fantastic. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'll leave the ingredients down below in the description. I hope you give this a try. There's lots of muffins here. Lots and lots. But I'm going to take my coffee and my muffin, and I'm going to go sit down and relax. That was a lot of ingredients to use because double batch for these size muffins. But wow, I just took another piece. Absolutely delicious. Would be good with just some butter on it, maybe a little maple syrup. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here, maybe think about subscribing, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye, friends.